There are 160 apple trees in the Redbird Hill Orchard west of Fulton. Liberties, Empires, Arkansas Blacks, and King Davids. They fooled Lemur Chernolovic. It had been a rainy summer and it was going to be a bountiful harvest. Then, the middle of August happened.
Well, I went up there one day to examine the condition of the trees, and on the Empires I saw lots of apples, but then I went there the next day and they just about dumped everything that they had on them from the previous day.
What started as an FFA project in high school developed into a small business that survived 30 years. While this isn't a major drought, it's the one that is breaking Chernolovic's business. One healthy tree normally yields 3 bushels of apples, or about 500 bushels from Redbird Hill's trees. This season, he expects to have about 25 bushels of apples from 160 trees.
It depends how long the drought lasts. If we don't start getting some rain and the drought continues through winter, I could very well lose trees.
One bad harvest is survivable, but the loss of trees? That could be the end.
Pretty depressing. There went my crop.
Mike Ripplemeyer is driving a harvest machine through his vineyard in St. James. He's owned the vineyard for 30 years, but this year has been amazing. The rain in the summer helped the grapes grow strong, but the drought concentrates the sugars in the grapes, making a more saleable product.
I would much rather it be dry, overly dry than overly wet like it was this summer. I mean, it just makes things difficult in the vineyard when it's that wet during harvest.
Grape growers actually prefer drier conditions. Rain can wash away the chemicals used to fend off grape fungus. Without these chemicals, the fruit is at risk of massive losses.
It's that aggressive. If you're not watching it and you get black rot in it, your whole crop can fall to the ground in less than a week.
This weather has helped create a fungus-free, sugar-saturated, abundant grape crop, one of Ripplemeyer's best since the drought of 3 years ago. It's almost like he has too many grapes. He's put his high grape yield to use, feeding his cattle purple grapes instead of green grass. With producers Chelsea Vaughn and George Schramm, Mitchell Summers, KBIA News.